American League awards, Manager of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Cy Young, MVP. 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 By the way, side note, is MVP chants the coolest chant in sports, maybe? Guys at the free throw line, guys in the batter's box. MVP. I love it. 2024 predictions, American League Awards edition. Manager of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Cy Young, MVP. Let's get straight into it. AL Manager of the Year. Manager of the Year. I got a dark horse right off the bat. Ron Washington, right? Previously was a manager in this division. Gets rehired as a manager now of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. I think Ron Washington is an excellent leader. I think he demands respect. He's going to get respect. And the Angels team is not that bad, right? If the Angels get into the playoffs by some miracle of God, 85 wins, and they win the third wildcard spot, Ron Washington's going to get Manager of the Year. No question. His odds are plus 1,000, which I kind of like. It's a dark horse for a reason, because not really sure what's going to happen. But I got Ron Washington listed as a dark horse for MVP. I'm sorry, for Manager of the Year at plus 1,000. My safe pick is Kevin Cash. Anytime Kevin Cash doesn't win Manager of the Year, like last year when Brandon Hyde did, let's just go ahead and backload it and put Kevin Cash down for the next season. Because you know the Rays are going to have a bunch of nobodies. You know the Rays are going to get riddled with injuries. You know the Rays are going to have nobody at their games. They're not going to pay their team anything, and they're going to get in the playoffs. How do they do it every single year? I don't know. But when they do, it's a really easy pick. Safe pick. Kevin Cash, plus 900. He wasn't the betting favorite. I just think it's the safest pick if you have to take one guy. The betting favorite, believe it or not, was AJ Hinch of the Tigers. I like Kevin Cash as the safe pick. He's not my pick personally, but the safe pick for me would be Kevin Cash of the Tampa Bay Rays at plus 900. My pick for American League Manager of the Year award is Aaron Boone. What? Aaron Boone? Yes, Aaron Boone. If the Yankees win that division, Aaron Boone will get Manager of the Year. If the Yankees win the AL East, it's locked up. It's Aaron Boone. Because realistically, yes, they added Juan Soto, but they lost 3 reliable arms in that rotation. And you know they're gonna deal with injuries. Everyone deals with injuries. Not to mention, it's the Yankees, dude. It's the Yankees, a team that missed the playoffs last year, has not done anything of relative notoriety in a couple of years. I guess they've had a couple of deep playoff runs, but this is the first time in a long time where the Yankees aren't the outright favorites in their division. And if they end up taking the division over a team like the Orioles, Aaron Boone's going to win Manager of the Year. If they win 95 games this year or more, I still think Aaron Boone gets Manager of the Year. I really do. And I think there's a very legitimate chance for the Yankees to do that. Just with the Soto Judge combo, I think it'll be electric. So my pick for AL Manager of the Year is Aaron Boone of the New York Yankees. The Yankees. I like this pick. I like Aaron Boone as a manager. I think the Yankees might be sneaky good this year. We'll see what happens. That's my recap for Manager of the Year. American League Rookie of the Year. American League Roy. Rookie of the Year, baby. Interesting category because you have a lot of good prospects. You have some guys that are already up. Have some guys where you don't know what you're going to get. It's kind of the story of the year. My dark horse is Colton Cowser. Dark horse Rookie of the Year. Orioles prospect Colton Cowser. The problem, and why I think he's considered a dark horse, not just because he's got some pretty long odds, plus 3,500, but where's he going to play? He's a high prospect for the Orioles, but where's he going to play? When's he going to get called up? How many games is he going to get under his belt? If any, right? If any. Honestly, he's a great player. He's already made some splashes in spring training. Where's he going to play? And how's he going to get reps over the team that's just already loaded with stars? Honestly, young stars, young controllable stars. What would be the incentive for them to call him up despite, like, if it's not an injury, because they have every hole filled on that roster? So he's a dark horse, but he's a dark horse because he is a viable choice because he's a great player and he's a high prospect for them and he has potential to make an impact and get the benefit of the doubt, get some opportunities that some other guys wouldn't have, right? My safe pick is Evan Carter, plus 280, the betting favorite, was up with the Rangers last year, put on an absolute display. The guy is just an absolute stud and he's the betting favorite for a reason. I think Evan Carter is legit. He's going to get regular at bats for the Rangers. He's going to have protection around him in the lineup. And when it comes down to it, that's kind of what you need, right? Because a lot of times you can have a high ranking prospect or a high expectations guy, but he comes up and he's immediately thrown into the fire because he's relied on to be the guy. It's not the case with Evan Carter. Evan Carter's going to come up, get solid, regular, consistent at bats. He's got his head on straight. Pressure was never too big for him at any point last year. And he's the betting favorite and a safe pick, in my opinion, for Rookie of the Year. My pick for American League Rookie of the Year is Colt Colt Keith, Colt Keith, Colt Keith. Tigers prospect Colt Keith. He's a high prospect for them. It's a team that is starting to enter that transitional phase of calling up their prospects, giving these guys longer looks than maybe some other teams. They've already done that and seen some success with that strategy with Riley Green, with Spencer Torkelson. Now they've got a really high ranking prospect in Colt Keith. Colt Keith. He was a 5th round pick in 2020. So it was like the shortened COVID draft. Didn't exactly know what they were going to get out of the guy. He's kind of been riddled with injuries so far in his professional career. And then last season, he stayed healthy. He bounced from AA to AAA, got a full season's worth of at-bats, and he went ballistic. And he had like almost 30 home runs in 30 fewer games than a full Major League Baseball season. He played like 130 games for them last year, almost hit 30 jack. He's a high-ranking prospect. He's a college draft, the type of profile you would expect from a guy who would come up in an organization in the right circumstances and have sustained success. He's got a great bat. He's got a great hitting tool, power and contact. He's got kind of this left-handed Grady Sizemore shortcut, but it's effective, man. It is really effective. He's had some success, and I really like Colt Keith. He's also one of the guys who just signed an extension. One of those weird, like, oh, you haven't played in the big leagues yet? Doesn't matter. Here's a 6-year contract for $30 million. They're thinking, how can they give him the money when he hasn't played yet? But also, they clearly think enough about him that they think he's good enough to offer him a contract extension now, so they don't have to pay him balloon animal numbers if he comes up and wins Rookie of the Year and then, you know, dominates in the league. They try to save a buck, basically, with this approach. So I like Colt Keith as my AL Rookie of the Year out of the Tigers organization. We'll see where where he ends up at the end of the year. Shoot, maybe he gets injured, maybe he doesn't get called up. Who knows? But I like Colt Keith as my Rookie of the Year in the American League. Up next, AL Cy Young. AL Cy Young. Dark horse right away. Cole Ragans. Guy's a stud, man. I mean, we talked about him in our projections for the American League Central, right? And I said, if this guy plays a full season, not even a full season, if he logs 27 starts with the stuff he has, Cole Ragans will be top 5 Cy Young guy. Promise. He's a monster. Crazy IVB. He's got crazy stuff. And he's my dark horse. Plus 2,500. Will he win it? Probably not. But I like the pick. As a dark horse. Safe pick, Garrett Cole. Duh. Plus 500. Guy just won it. Yankees are nasty. Garrett Cole's a stud. Safe pick. Not my pick, but safe pick for American League Cy Young. My pick for AL Cy Young, Corbin Burns, baby. Woo! I love Corbin Burns. Sorry, didn't mean to get so fired up. I love Corbin Burns. Corbin Burns has to be everybody's pick for Cy Young. He's my pick. I love Corbin Burns. Getting traded to the Orioles? The young, motivated, fired up team, fan base, organization. Oh, also, it's a contract year for Corbin Burns. Look out. Telling me this guy's not going to be motivated this year? Give me a break, dude. Corbin Burns, Cy Young, plus 1,000. Take it to the bank. Take it to the bank. You kidding me? Corbin Burns, AL Cy Young. Easiest pick of my life. Honestly. Garrett Cole? Yeah, sure. Safe pick. But Corbin Burns? That's my pick. I love Corbin Burns. I think he's nasty. I think he has an amazing demeanor. His stuff is electric. And he goes into a team and a season where he's going to be more motivated than he ever has before. He's fired up to be in Baltimore. He's talked about that multiple times. Now he's the ace of the aces. This dude, I'm telling you, Corbin Burns, AL Cy Young. Take it to the direct deposit right now. I love this pick. I love Corbin Burns, AL Cy Young 2024. Last but not least, AL MVP. Best chant in sports, in my opinion. American League MVP. A lot of guys to choose from. One of which is not Shohei Ohtani because he's not in the American League anymore. Opens things up a little bit, right? Who's it going to be? What's going to happen? I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen. AL MVP, dark horse, Vlad Jr. 2,200. Pretty good odds. I heard Vlad lost some weight. I know he's pretty motivated this year. He's looking for some contract stuff, right? I think he had some arbitration issues with the Blue Jays this year. He's motivated. He's certainly motivated. And like I said, trimmed off a little bit of that excess weight. I mean, he was always a high prospect and a good player. Blue Jays had a little bit of a letdown season last year. Vlad Jr., dark horse MVP candidate, plus 2,200. I like that pick as a dark horse. I wouldn't take it to the bank for him to be the MVP, but he's got the ability to do it and he's motivated. And if you combine those two factors, it's got your dark horse right there. Your safe pick is Aaron Judge, right? Safe pick plus 50, plus 550, betting favorite to win MVP. Of course, he's a safe pick. If I were to be betting on MVP odds, the only hesitation would be with Judge is the health thing. Just coming off a year last year, he just didn't quite stay healthy. He's always going to be a good player. And honestly, the Yankees probably only really care about him being healthy for the playoffs, right? But Aaron Judge plus 550, AL MVP, safe pick, and betting favorite. Take it if you want. You know, it's pretty good. But there's a little bit more variation than that. And Judge being the safe pick makes sense to me. Him being the betting favorite makes sense to me. I'm not taking him as my MVP pick, but he's the safe pick of the year in AL MVP. My pick for American League MVP, it's not the betting favorite Aaron Judge, but it's his teammate, Juan Soto. And as a Padres fan, this one hurts. It does. It hurts. It hurts because he's obviously a good player, but more so his profile, the way he hits, the fact that he's left-handed. Dude, throw that player profile that Soto's got into Yankee Stadium for 80 games. Brother, I'm telling you now, Juan Soto might hit 50 homers this year. I'm telling you right now. Aaron Judge and Juan Soto might combo for 100 burger balls this year. I'm telling you. Juan Soto, the next pick on the list, the next player up on the odds tier for MVP. Aaron Judge is plus 550. Second best odds are Juan Soto at plus 600. Also a contract year for Juan Soto. I mean, brother, Soto's going to go nuclear this year. He's just going to. If he stays on the field, I would almost guarantee Juan Soto wins MVP. This dude is going to be flipping balls out of Yankee Stadium. Flipping balls out. I mean, he's going to, brother, I'm telling you. I don't mean to get too fired up. I got to calm down. Juan Soto is going to win MVP. I mean, I don't want to say fully guaranteed because injuries can happen. Weird fluke things can happen. But I'm telling you, man, he's going to get MVP and then he's going to sign a $500 million contract because the hype around Soto is big. And now he goes to Yankee Stadium. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. And Soto is also the type of guy, man, where he just elevates his game. He's a big moment guy, big market guy. It's going to be Juan Soto's year this year. I'd almost guarantee it. Almost. Not going to fully, but I'm almost going to guarantee it. Those are my picks. Those are my award picks. I got Aaron Boone, AL Manager of the Year. I got, Colt Keith. I say Colton Cowser, but confuse those two. Pretty easy too. Colton Cowser, Colt. Come on, brother. Aaron Boone, AL Manager of the Year. Colt Keith, Rookie of the Year. Corbin Burns, AL Cy Young. Juan Soto, AL MVP. Those are my picks. I like all those picks a lot. Let me know what you guys think.